let's look at the fourth question. What is diversification? What does that mean?
Ah.
Huge word, huge word. What's diversification?
There's this saying, right? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, for me, I don't fully agree. When it comes to diversification, I understand diversification, and I understand the need of it, and also there are research, why diversification. They say if you're able to. But this by Ray Dalio. He's one of the top investors in the world, and he actually his team model a chart and shows it if you can actually diversify your portfolio over more than seven assets that's non-correlated, then you technically hedge out your risk. But then again, that is he and his team is capable to do that. But for us, are we able to? If you don't even understand not correlated, and plus you need to find the asset classes that is completely inverse, right? So how can we do that? So for me, how I approach diversification is this. This is just my own what I practice on my own. I will give at least 1 year on one asset. So for example, let's do FD. Okay. So if FD, let's say I put money into FD for 1 year and I understand it, I can withdraw my money, and everybody knows we can trust FD, right? So I can withdraw my money and I get that returns, then I might do it again. So once I understand and familiarize with FD, then I would diversify, or I will, instead of like what Eugene said, go all in, or put all my savings into FD, I would just do that amount, and I will set aside another amount to understand, research, and try another investment vehicle. For example, unit trust or mutual funds, right? So I would do that and test it out for 1 year and see does it perform better than FD, or is it too complicated, or I lose sleep and I don't even I can't even keep up, right? So I will do that for 1 year, and if that is okay, then I will keep. So now I understand FD, I understand unit trust, then I'll move on to the next vehicle. So that is how I would approach diversification. It's not that I would try just dabble with this here and there and just see how it goes. Yeah. This is how I would actually approach diversification, by taking time to understand not just understand in terms of just researching. It's actually putting our money where our mouth is, right? Just put in, and not to risk everything, but just try and give it reasonable amount of time to see whether it suits what I need. Then I would include that into my portfolio. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's how I would approach diversification. What about you?
Okay, that's interesting, right? Because I think a lot of people use this diversification statement, even in buying 4D. Right, so $5 big, $5 small,
or you buy from different brands.
$1 big, $1 small, and buy 10 different numbers, right? So it's diversification, right? Okay, don't listen to me again. I'm just giving you an example, but that's a really that's an example, but that's still, to me, that's still the same portfolio, which is gambling, which is not even 50-50. Okay, the chances of the bets that you're making is not even 50-50. Okay, so there's all this different. I'm trying very hard to keep it really general at the moment, but yeah. So if you ask me about diversification, then I think different classes or different asset classes. Okay, so for example, I would invest in companies that I believe in, because I don't want to be running those companies, but I'd love to participate. For example, a company that I invest in, Apple. Okay, I love their products, and recent years not so much, but still, I still use, because I think they've built something really great, right? So, I invest in stocks like that. I also invest in, used to be airports. But that's not making money now because of the pandemic, right? But because I know that everybody needs to travel, so I invest in airports, right? So airport companies, right? So and those, that is no matter how many companies within that, I'm still investing in businesses. So I look at that as one asset class. And then I invest in currency. So I look at crypto no different from US dollars or from French francs or whatever, euros or whatever. I still look at them as a class on its own. So there I would have some money placed in that. Obviously, I look at the risk reward ratio, and if the risk is the same but the reward is a lot higher, then I would actually gravitate towards that and learn more about how to manage that, right? So that's why I'm more into crypto than forex at the moment. And then there is also that other, which is that more secure savings, like what Zul was talking about. So if you know bonds, right? Bonds in the US, it's also called sukuk in Malaysia. Okay, so if you don't know that, that's sukuk. Okay, so you can do that. I also invest in properties, right? So I have properties, but I can't buy that many of them because the amount, the price of them is so high. So what I do is I invest in what is that?
REITs.
REITs, yeah, that's right. REIT, okay, REITs. So I invest in REITs whereby I put a certain amount of money into a shared portfolio of a certain a property, whereby the property then makes money, and then that's where I get my returns from. Okay, so REITs is another one. So I diversify it that way. So I look at it, but each of this portfolio, because of its risk reward ratio, I would actually look at that as my portfolio diversification. So when we look at diversification, let's not look at it as in I'm going to the share market and I'm going to now I've got $10,000 and I'm going to put into any other company, whatever company I just put. No, that's not diversification. Okay, so diversification is asset classes. That's how I look at it anyway. So that's how I do it. Okay, yeah. So that's why I, in terms of cryptocurrency, it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some large cap coins, rather than now I'm putting into all the ICOs and all that, whereby it's 500x or 5000x return. I don't even bother with that because I'm here to hedge my money so that it grows, rather than taking a bet on something high like that. Yeah, so that's me. Okay, so one more question. I think this is a little bit longer today, but it's okay. Who should I trust?
Wow.
Don't trust us.
Do not trust us. Do your own research.
Do your own research.
Yeah. I, in order to answer this question, I think the most straightforward is go to, if you're from Malaysia, then check Bank Negara Malaysia, BNM, go to their website. You can even check companies that are blacklisted or whatnot. Go to Securities Commission. So I guess this is the safest way to go about it. The second way is to actually go and ask friends. Reach out to your friends, friends not to sell you, okay, but friends to actually who have the heart to teach and to expose, to educate, right? I'm going to ask them. I'm sure that you have friends who whatever that we just mentioned about, even from crypto to stocks to unit trusts, mutual funds to property or what REITs and all these things, or even insurance. I'm sure in your network there are people that who are already in it. And they are professionals, so can actually just go and reach out to them and ask them, right? Ask them for advice. Should you trust them? I'm not sure, but you can actually just do your own research first and come to your own conclusion. Any other things to add, Eugene?
Yeah, I think that's very important, right? Do your own research. I think beginning of the year, I was really a pin drop, a penny drop into my head. We spend so much time researching and getting better and better with our job, but the income that we make from our job does not grow exponentially. Okay, so it actually has got a step ladder, and then and then it tapers off because as we go older, right, and then we need to retire and all that. But if we spend a little bit more time to do study and research on investing, whereby we make our money work for us, okay, that's what investing is. Get the money to work for you. So if they were your servants, don't just now use them and spend them, but take them and now get them to make money back for you. So if you're doing that and you're spending time to study that, a lot of people say, investment, I don't know, I'm scared. You're scared because you don't have enough information or education about it. But when you're educated, when you have taken your step to start, then what will happen is you will build an appetite for it, but also you get to understand it, because they're all opportunities for you now to make money, not because you're greedy, or you want to become a multi-millionaire for yourself, ha ha ha, but you want to be able to hedge, because there's inflation costs going on. There is difference in currency from one country to the next, and you would love to travel. So what if you're able to now hedge that bet, or hedge that, and be able to spend less than what the exchange rate is? And so how do you do that? So there's all these different things that you can do, but all you need to do is research and do your own study. Okay, so asking friends is one of it, but I tell you, there are more scammers out there, because a lot of people don't really understand what they say, and they still say it to you because they heard somebody say, they heard another person say. Okay, so Ray Dalio, did you know Ray Dalio just started his portfolio, and it's quite sizable amount in crypto as well.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, right? So everybody's getting into it. So I'm just saying, but I'm just saying that there are people out there, there are websites out there that teaches you that if you want to learn forex, the place that I started with was babypips.com. I think that's a good place to start. It's still around. You can go and learn. You want to learn trading stocks. And different things like that. There are places out there where they give you information. Now, please be aware that there are a lot of people out there that say that they will teach you stuff, and they need you to pay 10, 20, 30,000 ringgit to learn a certain skill. Be careful. All right. Because, hey, if it's something that you can actually learn for free, and you can actually learn the basics for free, then why not learn that and then pay someone later on, if you seriously wanting to get into the thing? Because I see a lot of people pay a lot of money. You know what I'm talking about, right? Pay a lot of money out there, and then they end up not doing the thing because that's not the thing for them. But they got caught in the greed, whereby people say, hey, you come into this, you can make 10 times your money, so come into it. Now all those are manipulative, really seriously manipulative. So we don't subscribe to that, and we will tell our audience to be careful and not get caught in into all that. But definitely there are information, there are places out there. And for example, over here at Project Overflow, when we're talking about your personal money, we will never ask you for any money. No, you do not have to sign up for any course. We will not charge you a single dime. And that has always been our aim, is to bring information to you. So make sure you ask your questions, because we will hope to answer your questions as accurately to your circumstance as possible. All right. So smash that like, smash that subscribe button, turn on the notification, ask your questions in the comment box below or with the link, because we are here to help you. But we won't be able to help you. The topic is so big unless you tell us what issue you're going through now, and we'd love to be able to do that for you. All right, so that's all. Do you have anything to add, Zuan?
No, that's all for today.
Okay, great. So we took a little bit longer amount of time for this session. We hope you don't mind, but I'm sure I hope you get a lot of information out there. I sure have enjoyed this conversation with Zuan. I've known him for some time, but we're still finding out more about each other and how we roll. Okay, so guys, we'll see you again in our next episode, and definitely tune in and watch us again. Take care. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.